Alright, welcome to Module 9. This is probably going to be the most important module you go through in the entire course. Why? Because I can show you how to put up a website. Anyone can put up a website. But the thing is, can you drive traffic to that website? Because you need traffic to build your list. And you need a list to make money. So, we're going to start with the simplest. We're going to start with the easiest. And we're going to move our way up. I'm going to end up sharing with you in Module 9 some of the most advanced techniques to driving traffic, but I'm also going to share with you some of the basics, things you may say you've already seen or heard elsewhere. That doesn't make it any less valuable because, believe it or not, Saj and I do bring an angle and a spin to a lot of this material that you probably haven't seen elsewhere. So what is article marketing? Because that's where I'm going to start. Well, it's also called article syndication. It's probably one of the oldest traffic methods, and it's been in use for far more than 10 plus years. It is, and I say this with full understanding of what I'm saying. It is the best free long-term traffic method out there, period. I'm going to say that again. It is the best free traffic long-term method out there. As a matter of fact, this traffic method is so good that even if you wanted to stop it 3, 4, 5 years from now, even if you said, I no longer want traffic from my article marketing efforts, you would not be capable of stopping it. I'm going to let that register. Impossible to stop that traffic. Okay, Google, videos, even Twitter, all these things the traffic can stop, but not from article marketing. If done right, the traffic is very evergreen. Your articles are going to send you visitors and signups for your list for a lifetime. Now, how do you get traffic and how do you get the signups? Well, there are these sites called article distribution sites. Okay, as a matter of fact, I personally own one. It's called AffSphere, AffSphere.com. And then, of course, the juggernaut of the space and the biggest one is called ezinearticles.com. We're going to go through these in a few, so don't worry. See, the point of these sites is you submit an article to this site, and this site will publicly display your content to the world. Now, you say, what's special about that? Lots of sites do that. Well, here's what's special. Ezine Articles or AffSphere or any of these sites attract a lot of website publishers to their base. And by submitting your content to them, what you're telling that site is, and what you're telling the world is, anybody can reprint this article on their site as long as they keep my signature box, which says who wrote the article and how to get more information on that person, at the bottom of the article. So it's going to include a link to your opt-in page. Does that make sense now? This is the easiest way to get yourself syndicated around the world on thousands of websites very quickly. Now, one of the stories I love to share is when I first started online, I remember going to Yahoo or Google, one of the search engines, and I typed my name in. I wanted to see how many times the name Anik Singhal showed up in search engines. Guess what? 7 times. Literally 7 times. I was in college at that time, so most of the results were just listings of my classes or some award I got or something. Go today, and I actually challenge you to pause the video, open a new browser, go to yahoo.com, and type in Anik Singhal. Make sure you spell it correctly. Last check, over 155,000 websites had my name on it. Now, you're probably going to say, well, yeah, Anik, in the last few years, you've gotten some name recognition and this and no, here's the deal, okay? Go to the results. Go 10, 15, 20 pages in. And what you're going to start to see are links to random websites that have my articles published on them. Okay? So this is a very viral technique, a very viral method. Now the plus of it is it's going to bring you long-term traffic that even if you wanted, you could not stop. The negative of it is you're not going to get a million visitors tomorrow. Okay? It takes some time. Got to sign up for accounts, got to submit the content, got to get it approved by the sites, and then you got to give it some time. And it takes volume. You can't just expect to submit one article and be rich the next day. I, in my lifetime, have submitted hundreds of articles. So it takes time, but over that time, you get a base of traffic that is ridiculous, targeted, and unstoppable. So I already went through all of this, but now writing articles for your niche topic. So you're going to have 2 things. I mean, you're going to have to either have time or you're going to have money. One of the two. Most people typically have more time than they do money. Now, if you've got time, you can write it yourself. I know what you're thinking. I know. Stop freaking out. Writing content is not hard. Listen, you as a part of this course got access to hour guide on how to do article marketing. It is one of my best courses ever released. I give you templates on how to write, okay? But let's just say, fine, you don't have the time, you don't want to do it, you're too scared. If you have less than $75 to put towards this, what I recommend you do is go buy some private label rights, and then you have to rewrite them. Do not submit a private label right as is. You will get your accounts banned quicker than you can imagine. Okay, where do you get private label rights? Guys, go to Google, literally type in private label right content. That's all you got to do. There's so many sites out there. Now, if you've got over $75 and if you've got close to $100, go ahead and outsource it. Again, you get access to an article marketing course where I show you exactly how to do this, but you can literally get content written for anywhere between $3 to $6 per article. Believe me, it's totally worth it. Now, submit to online directories. They're also often called article syndication sites. I want you to start with EasyArticles.com. Okay, we're just going to keep it simple right now. Hey, I own an article syndication directory, and I didn't even put that in here because EasyArticles.com is the biggest, the best. I still put my content first there because they just have so much more traffic than AppSphere.com. AppSphere.com is getting up there too. We're getting to over 100,000 visitors a month, but I think, Easy Articles is probably up like 100,000 visitors an hour, so there's no comparison yet. Now, your articles will always include what we call a resource box, or sometimes you hear it called an author box, and you heard me call it a signature file earlier. You see, this resource box basically promotes your opt-in page. It tells the reader who just read the article who wrote that article, a little bit about them to build credibility, and then says, for a free report, for free information, for free this, click the link below. Now, this is the little bio that goes with your article wherever your article goes. So any website that chooses to reprint your article is legally binded to also reprint that signature box. Ideally, you want to offer a free incentive in your signature box. It's not enough to just say to learn more information about this author. Who cares? Okay? To download a free report that shows 7 ways for you to be rich by tomorrow. I mean, don't do that, but you see what I'm trying to get at? A report with a specific incentive, a specific benefit, a video, a free membership to something, that's going to get more clicks. Now, this is how you're going to get webmasters from all around the internet permission to reprint their articles, your articles on their website. Now, you have all different kinds of webmasters. You have bloggers, you have content sites, you have people that have a newsletter of their own and are looking for good content to put in the newsletter. Remember, I taught you how to combine content with promotions. So other people who do newsletters need good content, they don't want to write it, they'll go to these directories, pick an author, use their content, put the link at the bottom, and then that way they got a good article out to their list. Mind you, you can do the same thing if you're having a hard time coming up with content. But remember, they have to include your resource box. That's why this strategy works so well. So, in an essential, what you're hoping is that people around the world will end up at these random websites where your article is reprinted. They will read the article. They will then click the link in your resource box. They will then sign up for your newsletter, and then hence they will buy from you. Now, why is article marketing so effective? First of all, guys, it's easy and it's very inexpensive. It requires very few steps, and none of them are really that difficult at all. It's not technical at all. This is the least technical form of marketing you could possibly find. It's free if you have the time to write your own articles. You literally don't have to spend a dime. Outsourcing is reasonable. Many freelancers know article marketing. They understand it. And it's not that expensive. It's not nearly as expensive as trying to outsource a video project or a PPC campaign. And if you want to automate this, and if you want to make article marketing even that much more effective, there are some really, really low-cost automation solutions out there. Now, there are articles literally I published in 2005 that are still sending me traffic. I track this because I was curious back when I published the articles. The traffic is typically very targeted because, look, if I'm writing an article on how to make money online, a cooking website's not going to reprint that article on their site. Most likely, it's going to be a business entrepreneur or internet marketing type of website that publishes my article. Hence, the reader of that article will most likely also be interested in that general topic. Get targeted traffic. Now, you can get short-term traffic too. There's a myth out there that article marketing is only effective for long-term, and that's not true. A lot of times, I use articles just to prove if my market doesn't even exist. done right, you can get immediate visitors, and the quicker you get visitors, the quicker you'll get sales. That comes down to writing the article properly and writing it very, very well. Now for that, again, like I said, you got access to a course specifically on how to do article marketing. Go to that course and I'm going to teach you exactly how to write great articles so that they get attraction right off the bat. Now, article marketing traffic is also, by the way, perfect for building an opt-in list. These people are looking for free information. Remember, they're reading free content on a website. Your newsletter is promising exactly that. Even if they're not ready to buy, they're clearly interested enough to have been on a site before yours on the same topic and then have followed through and clicked to another site, read your messaging, and signed up. The long shelf life of articles means you're going to keep getting opt-ins forever for the same work